MerAssistant 2.0 demonstration. This demonstration will highlight some of the functionality of MerAssistant 2.0. First, let's go to the Morning Activities button and go to the TN Change Report and verify that it is empty. It's not. There's information in there, so we'll go ahead and clear that and then verify that it is empty. So the TN Change Report is now empty. Next, we'll go to the Mac Activities form. And let's go ahead and run over some of the functionality of this MerAssistant TN data block form. Down towards the bottom, you'll notice that this is TN1 of 4,554. And you'll also note that there are tabs associated with this TN. So this is a snapshot of all the TN information and programming in the switch related to or associated with this TN. It's not an ACD set. These are the class of services that are allowed. It's a 500 set, so there isn't any TN information, or key information. Key information. Let's go ahead and go to the Search TN functionality button here. You can search for a specific TN, 056, for an exact match, like so. Or you can search for a wildcard, like so, and this will run you through every TN that begins with 056. Or you can do a filter for TNs that begin with 056. And you'll notice that my record count now, or my TN count, has changed. There are 107 TNs associated with this super loop, 056. Let's go to the search TN. The parameters are the same. You can do an exact match and run through all the records. It will tell you, MerAssistant 2 will tell you when there's not an exact match beyond the first one. You can also do a filter for anything beginning with 76. Okay, let's go ahead and remove those filters and sorts. So now we're back at 1 of 4,554. It's important to note now that at any time in any of these fields, you can double click and MerAssistant Quick Help will tell you what the proper entry value is for a field. And this is true for any field on any tab. Okay. Let's go ahead and perform a change real quick. Let me find my TN, which is 7699. I'm already there. And that's the one I want. This TN, or DN, 7699, is associated with TN 5603 and 14. It's a 2616 type, and it's marked on that TN. We're going to go ahead and change my NCOS to 5. Give me a distinctive ring of 2. Change my ring pickup group to 1. Give me a class of 4 external denied. And change my CLID to 1. And select the change button. MerAssistant will dial in for you automatically. I will bring the MerAssistant VT terminal down so that you can see it. Okay, it's connecting. It's going through a site event buffer. And it's logging in. And it's printing the TN. And then it will change the TN and then it will print the TN after the change. And of course, this is all happening automatically. Normally you would see the pop-up window because your MerAssistant VT terminal will be up and to your left. It's also worth noting now that this is an excellent training tool as it shows you the proper command line formatting for changes to your switch. Let's go ahead and move that up to the left. Now, MerAssistant 2.0 is offering to make your changes even easier by keeping your MerAssistant terminal open. If you select yes, then this will speed up any additional Mac activity. If you select no, then MerAssistant 2.0 will attempt to dial in for every Mac change. We're going to do a number of multiple changes here, so I'll go ahead and select yes. And then MerAssistant 2 gives you a warning. You selected to keep the terminal open. If you manually close MerAssistant VT terminal, then you will need to close MerAssistant 2.0 and reopen. And it also tells you that TN 56, 03, and 14 has been changed, and that the TN before change and after change has been saved to the TN change report. We'll go ahead and verify that. Go to morning activities, go to TN change. And in fact, you can see that the print action is there. The change action is there. And then at the print after the TN change is there. And this is your historical information. This allows your technicians to verify that changes made by PBX managers or supervisors was done correctly. We'll go ahead and close that. Let's go back to Mac activities. Let's go back to, let me get that up there where you can see it. Let's go back to my TN. Not that one, but that one. And let's do a couple of other Mac activities and changes or button commands on that. Let's do a stat. I'll bring this down again so that you can see it. And it's statting that TN. I'll move that out of the way so you can see it, and it tells you that it's idle. You can also do identify unit, enable, disable, and so forth. Let's go ahead and go to the names action real quick. I'm going to go ahead and change my name for 7699 to MA Rocks, and then I'll do 6699, which is my second key, to MA Rocks, and then I'll press the change button, and I'll bring this down so you can see it. And it's logging in. It's going to load 95. It's outing the name first, and then it will add the name. Okay, I'll move that out of the way so you can see. It tells you that load 95 changes are complete. We'll go ahead and close that one. And we'll close the Mac activities form. We'll go into a stat command real quick. We'll do a stat for load 96 D-channel stat. I'll bring this down so you can see it. You can see that it's logging in. It's going to go to load 96. And it will stat the D channels for us. It logs out. And then it tells you that the stat is complete. that you can click the folder button to view the saved file. So if you go to folder, and let's go for low 96 stat right here. And the information has been saved into a text file for later use. Go ahead and close that, close that. Let's go to a print command. Let's try an issue. We'll send that one. Bring this back down so you can see it. And it prints your issue, your release information, and your idle set display. And this will close in a moment. Move that out of the way. It tells you that it's complete. To go to the folder to view it, and it's right here. And again, it has been saved for later use. We'll go ahead and close that. Let's go to the global change. Now, the entire idea with the MerAssistant 2.0 global change is to filter down to the records that you actually want to change. For example, we will go to 500 types. MerAssistant tells you that it will be loading TNs associated with the 500 type for your review. And this is your global change form. So let's say, for example, you had wanted to change a number of 500 type TNs on the in-cost value. What you would do is select your TNs by adding, and then select your change item. Let's change this to an in-cost 0, and then press the change button. I'll bring this down so you can see it. MerAssistant 2.0 is logging in, and it's going to perform the change actions for those TNs that you selected. And then it will log out. I'll move this out of the way again. Tells you TN has been changed, and that has been saved to the TN change before and after report. And that's basically it for the global change. Let's go to reports real quick. MerAssistant 2.0 has a number of reports that are very powerful. For example, you can click on Call Forward External Allowed, run it, and it's already there. You'll note that the report is horizontal in nature and in a professional format rather than a very linear report that you would normally get from MerAssistant or from Meridian switches. It also gives you pertinent information related to a TN. For example, if you were to do a print for Call Forward External Allowed, you would probably get the TN, the DN, and maybe the name. But this shows you pretty much everything related to that, so you can make decisions as to how you want to handle those TNs. You can also do any number of reports. You can do position ID. Again, it gives you an entire wealth of information. You can do phone book, and it gives you all that as well. You can also export your reports. It's too big for you to actually see on the screen, but you can export your reports to Excel or text or rich text formatting. You can do, let's do one more report here real quick. You can do by CLID, And you can actually specify what you want, which is 0, for example. And the report will come up and tell you everything that has the code of 0. And a couple of more real quick. Ring cycle. This one is a predetermined report. It will group all the TNs that are associated with the RC0. 0. Let's go through a couple more. If you have any add-on modules, it will tell you which ones are associated with that, and so forth. And that's pretty much MerAssistant 2.0 in a snapshot. Of course, there are a number of additional features. Automation, which we haven't gotten into. If you went into your morning activities, these reports, your history, your error codes, your disabled TNs will be waiting for you each morning when you came into work. You can enable any TN that was disabled during the midnight routines by automatically clicking this button. And you can also set your time and date to your PC time by clicking this button. Well, we hope you enjoyed MerAssistant 2.0, the demonstration, and we look forward to servicing you if you wish to buy the program.